Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going strong? This is Jerome Shaw, host of the Open Palm Podcast, coming at you today with a message on the magic you can find in your mind if we only took the time. And if you're so inclined, I trust that you will receive a nugget or two today from this message here, just for you. It's about 4 o'clock in the a.m. here in San Antonio, Texas, and I wanted to bring this message to you because it was really something that I encountered during my venture into Vipassana at a recent retreat. Now, this was my first ever Vipassana, and it's 10 days meditating for 10 hours a day. And, of course, there's no talking, there's no physical touch, there's no interacting, there's no writing, there's no reading, there's no cell phone, there's no entertainment of any kind. So you're just left with you and your mind, You're just left with you and all that time on your hands. And you start to get creative. At least I did. I don't know about everyone else because I wasn't in their world. I wasn't in their realm of reality. So I did not perceive exactly what they were going through. But I can say from my own experience, I had to start to find magic in the mundane. Or else I would have gone insane. That's just me. Because every single day we did the same thing again and again and again. And it's so interesting because when you think about it, they say that usually around 90% of the same things that we do or the same thoughts that we think every day is the thoughts from yesterday. We're thinking the same things, doing the same things, again and again and again. We have a routine. When we think we're doing different things, we're usually only making small tweaks. But these are the patterns that we see in life. So I was able to see very quickly, probably on day 4 or day 5, the sinking feeling started to seep in and creep in that, oh, you're here right now. You're not going nowhere for a while. Like it's gonna be a while. You know what I'm saying? So I really understood at a level, if I was going to be able to cope with myself, if I was going to be able to hold things together under any weather, I was going to have to do something to better myself in that situation. And what opened up, if you can believe it, was my imagination. Now, we talk a lot about imagination, but I titled this video, do we really use it? Do we really choose it? Or somewhere along the lines, did we lose it? And with the overstimulation of today, do we abuse it? These are my questions to you and I. Because for the life of me, I couldn't realize why I had given up such a valuable gift that had the ability to lift me out of anything and everything that I was going through in that retreat. It was such a wonderful time for me and my mind to be able to be nourished by an idea, by a place, by a space that I conjured up and constructed in the makeup of my matrix within. And I said, oh my goodness, when did I let go of this? I recall being on the school bus, going to middle school and even high school, but mostly middle school. I remember being on the school bus and I would create worlds in my mind all the time. It was natural. Like, this wasn't anything that anybody had to teach me. And there wasn't really anybody that could reach me at the time because I was all in my mind, you know? This was like a fantasy, a fairy tale land. You could say that everything was at my beck and call. It was at my own demand. And I realized there was nothing I couldn't do, but all that I can inside this fairy tale land. Now, other people sort of shunned me down when this came around, because when I would go to this fairy tale town, other people would see me as, oh, he's just a dreamer. Oh, he's just he's wasting his time. I remember that there were teachers that would really chastise me and really not enjoy the fact that I would spend my time in that, that I would go where no other had gone before, where I found that there was so much more in store and so much more to explore when I entered my own mind, that there was so much I could find and so much that I could create. In here, I could always be great, no matter what happened outside. This was where my reality actually resides. So I would be able to even confide in myself as I reside in myself. And this is what happened in Vipassana. So on that school bus going to school, I was creating worlds within. And in Vipassana, the same thing happened, but in a whole unique way. And it made me ask the question, do we use our imagination today? When you see that children are coming up with the cell phone, with the tablet right in front of their face, and they're faced with television, TV shows, and so many videos that almost erase their capacity for creation. Does it lower the vibration? Does it numb the sensations? I had so many conversations with myself, things I told myself I never told anyone else. It was emotional. I remember even during times in meditation, I would sit and I would get so pent up and spent up with all this energy within me that I craved a release for all these things that for years would not cease. But when I released them, my energy increased. And my capacity for creation, shoot, to say the least, this was an amazing sense of inner peace. I really want to let people know that there is so much more inside you to show. But you may never even know it if you don't take the time to grow it. When I started creating worlds inside of myself during Vipassana, it was so healing and revealing for me to tap back into my inner child, something that I thought that I had lost. But now I want to kindle at any cost. In your imagination, you are the boss. It's like there is no limits. I remember while I was in it, I created a chair just like this, and I created a therapist. And I would talk to them. I would walk with them. And I told this therapist that I created in my mind all the things that I couldn't tell anyone else. It was like one of the best things I did for my own mental health. It was like free therapy. And that's what I started to see it as. I was like, wow, we are getting free therapy out here. You would hear Goenka, use the facilities, make best use of the time, make best use of the facilities, make best use, right? And I finally started to really make best use because I was able to admit, I was able to acknowledge, and I was able to find acceptance for all the parts of me that I had avoided, that I had looked down upon or looked away from. I was able to say, it's okay. I can still love myself today. I was able to forgive others for what they had done to me and forgive myself for what I had done to others. In this room that I had constructed in my imagination. Now, this was only one form of creation, right? But I saw that there is no limitation. There's no limit to the places that we can go. So, what seeds will you sow in the garden of your mind? Realizing that it's up to you to take the time. As they say, the mind is a garden, and every thought is a seed. We can grow flowers, or we can grow weeds. Essentially, at your core, you already know what you need. But the difference is how we tend to proceed. Will you find the inner spirit in you? Will you allow your own voice to hear it in you? So that all these things you'll never have to fear. And you'll find inner peace is always drawing near. Thank you so much, my friend, for being. Thank you for breathing in this space. You could have been anywhere, any place. Much love to you always. and have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Take care.